was like, yo, what an opportunity. Maul came to all of the stuff. He was the brand. He paid VIP. He got clothes. He got on the podcast. We created Make Real Estate Real. And most of y'all don't know, Make Real Estate Real was a part of my vision that I couldn't do on my own. Make sure you understand that. There's some things that God would have you to do that you can't do on your own. But I always had a dream, and I always knew I was doing something wrong by introducing people to the spirituality, by introducing them to personal development, by making sure their relationships was good, but they couldn't make no money. And so I was always like, man, God, something's missing. And God like, yeah, the making money part is missing. And so somebody came to me once and was like, E.T., what is it? Is it God or is it money? I said, get as much as both of them as you can. Don't get as much money as you can and get as much God as you can get. I'm being honest. I want to change somebody's perspective. Get as much money as you can possibly get. Do you know a lot of y'all, you're going to have a long conversation with God. Yeah? You're going to have a long conversation with God. Because God is going to show you economically what you should have made and what you made while you were on the earth. I want you to understand something. In the name of Jesus, I want you to understand something. I need you to understand that money is not about money. But if you are as gifted as you say you are, if you the head and not the tail like you say you are, if you above and not beneath like you say you are, if you a royal priesthood like you claim you are, oh, you missed what I just said. If you all of that, then what you should be able to do and attract should be much more than living from check to check. Amen. We got two problems. We got one problem. Either you're not operating in your anointing or you're not stewarding properly, and both of them are a problem. Amen. Come on, somebody talk back to me. I'm talking to you. I'm telling you that if you're living from check to check, you are an embarrassment to God. You are an embarrassment to his creation. Because the gifts that he put inside of you were to make room for you. But you ain't using your gifts because you focusing on what other people are telling you you should and should not do. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to honestly say, hey God, how much money should I produce with all the gifts that you've given me? I'm not on no money's tip. God already told me, you should be a billionaire. God is like, son, I didn't super anointed you. I done just gave you an anointing out of this world, son. I done gave you a gift, son. Now, the problem is you're not making money because you're one-dimensional. You just keep worrying about heaven, and I need you to focus on earth. No, can I just be honest? God was like, you so worried about heaven that it's some opportunities you missing on earth. You're going to get here when you get here, and when you get here, that ain't got nothing to do with you. That's on me. But there's some stuff you're supposed to be doing down there, that's on you. Oh, I'm trying to say it simple so you can get it. You're so focused on getting to heaven. You're so focused on spiritual things that you're no earthly goods. Come on, son. You got to listen to me. And this is why y'all should be excited. I was in the back with Rory. I told you, I got my air traffic control, like my high-level air traffic control. Somebody has been in the game for years doing it. We in the back talking, right? And let me tell y'all something. Not only are we going to get to a billion, you ought to be excited because there's no way to get to a billionaire without helping you get to a millionaire. Oh, y'all just missed that. Y'all missed that whole thing. Me making a billion ain't got nothing to do with me. Me making a billion is empowering you. And when I empower you and you take off, and I got 20,000 people in the earth handling their business, do you understand how we made the New York Times bestsellers list? We wasn't on nobody's show, y'all. We wasn't on nobody's radio. Didn't nobody write about us. We made it because we poured into you, and then you poured back into us. Maybe you don't know who you are. You got to understand who you are. Because the old ET would have did 300, 500 and filled this whole place up. I'm trying to teach. I'm trying to teach you who you are. The old me would have did $300, $400, $500 and had 4,000 people in here. God says, don't do that. We only get in. We only need 300. You thought you came here for a conference. We attached together now, y'all. Our movement and our ministry and everything we do. Oh, y'all miss what I just said. Y'all miss what I just said. I just told you, God said, don't bring them 4,000 in here. Half of them ain't about nothing anyway. Don't bring them in here. Don't bring them around them. Don't you do that to them. You charge more and get the 300 in this room. Don't worry about the multitude. We ain't about to change the world with the multitude. We about to change it with the few. We don't need 4,000. Pay attention to how they drink water. And if they're not drinking it right, don't invite them. Make sure they're drinking it right, because we about to change the world. Hallelujah. So I need you to understand something. I don't care what they tell you. If you're in this room, I don't care what they told you. I don't care what they say. You made it in the room. Well, I'm excited because I made it in the room. Oh, you're not hearing me? I don't got no past. I'm blessed. Okay, y'all missed it. David's son said, God, I'm not even worthy to lead such a people. Now, look to me very closely. This is gonna be a lot of slides. The main slide is you better figure out who you are before we get out of here. Because a lot of you, because you don't know who you are, you dummying down, you shrinking, you talking too much. Some of y'all, for real, every time you go, you just talk. Why? Because you don't know who you are. We don't need all that talking, we need execution. But when you don't know who you are, you talk to try to convince people to believe you are. Shut up and just get on the New York Times bestseller list. Just shut up and do the LA Times. Just shut up and get on the USA Today. Just shut up and grind and let your grind speak for you. We ain't got to tell them who we are. We just keep grinding and they gonna figure it out. Because you told them. Okay, we're gonna get back to the slide. Y'all gotta hear this part, you're missing it. I didn't tell them you told Barnes & Nobles that we was the best. You told Barnes & Nobles that Barnes & Noble said this is the #1 book at Barnes & Noble. I didn't call and tell them that. You told them when you showed up and you got the book. You told them when you bought all the books. Come on, somebody. You told Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble's like, who is he? Listen to me. I believed in you so much that I didn't put my face on the cover of the book. Oh, you better hear what I just said. I didn't even put my face on the cover. I didn't even want them to know who I was. I trusted that you was going to tell them who I was. You're just going to snatch them jokers up like, give me these. Y'all only got 5? Some of y'all was irate. Y'all got 5? And you only gonna order 5 more, you better get 100. Somebody called and ordered 100. I need 100, don't bring them to my house. I need 100 in Barnes & Nobles, and I need to come and get them so you can see who he is. Don't bring them to my house. Oh, y'all missed what I just said. Do y'all know who y'all are? And if you knew who you were, you stop shrinking. And you stop worrying about what they think about you. Now listen very closely. We're going to change this world. Your life going to change. As soon as you realize who you are and you get in alignment, everything's going to change. So let's go there again. So we start here. Most of y'all got to start with your pain points because you don't know how powerful you are. So let's start with the pain point. Let's go again. Put that up on the screen. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to write your pain point down. And I want you to write down the thing that God is asking you to do. When you leave this room, like, no, I'm not living from check to check no more. And here's the cool thing. Here's the cool thing. What's the pain point, right, at this conference to help you solve? Here's the cool thing. You don't need to do none of this. You just need to be honest with God about it. What goals can the conference help you achieve? Yeah. And for some of you, it's a leverage question. How will you leverage what you learned this weekend and take it to the next level? Rory, who's going to be coming up here at some point, he didn't give me my gifts or my talents. He helped me leverage them. And as we continue to talk, you know what he told me? Eat, narrow it down. You still got too much you're doing. Bring it in. And once we bring it in, that sniper message you talked about, it's going to be a reality. So I need you to look at this real quick. Write one of those down. Am I here to leverage? Is there some information that I need to get that I don't have? Am Am I living under my potential? Why am I in pain instead of in power? Those are the three things we're going to walk away with. So some of you might take all three. Some of you may only need one. I'm going to show you what I mean by leverage, right? And again, thank y'all so much for listening. You listened. I gave an order. I gave a command. I gave a sense of direction. You listened. Two things I asked you to do. The first thing I asked you to do is go to Barnes & Noble's. Why? Because you don't get on the New York Times bestsellers list by buying 5 books at a time. You actually get there with individual sales. It's not bulk. It's individual sales. You listened. You went on Amazon. You bought on Amazon. You listened. You went to Barnes & Noble. You went to whatever store. And each one of you individually bought. So now when you're looking at 25,000 people buying, whether it's the audiobook, it doesn't matter. What happens now is 25,000 times is getting hit. Ding, 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 ding. And after 25,000 times, everybody got to say, who is this? Who is this? So you listen. Yeah, give yourself a hand. You listened. Listen to me. I know people who sold 40,000 units that didn't make it. Why? Because they're not looking for bulk sales. In their mind, they're thinking, you can be rich, you can write a book, we can put the book in stores, and you got enough money to just go buy them off the shelf, and you are not a true New York Times bestseller. I got some information, and I leveraged the information. And I got it on Instagram, and I told you, here's what I need you to do, and you did it. And we won. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Listen to me, y'all. It's simple. You get information, you make the adjustments, the outcomes change. I just want y'all to see it. I paid Rory thousands of dollars. He told me to get a staff. By the time I finished, I probably paid over $130,000. You got to pay for information. Y'all think I'm not eating my own food? You paid $1,500, $2 grand. I paid $130,000. You think I'm not asking you to do something I'm not doing. I paid $130. People was like, you paid $130, the book ain't out yet. You know how many books you gotta sell? I said, no. You gotta listen to the air traffic controller. You don't gotta worry about the other stuff. Because when we made the New York Times bestsellers list, now I can charge you an extra $100,000. There go all my money back just because now I'm the New York Times bestseller. Are you hearing me? You so broke, you still thinking about how much is it gonna cost? What? How much is it gonna cost? How much is it gonna cost you not to do it? No, it's a different mindset. So here are the 3 things I need you to focus on. These are the 3 things I need you to focus on. Again, what's my pain point? When I leave here, God, I can't keep living like this. What information do I need that I don't currently have? And how do I leverage it? So it's just not information. Man, y'all know some of us, you know how many years and hours you give in the church, reading the Bible, listening to gospel music? Something other than who you've been for the last 20 years should come from that. Well, you should just stop doing it. Go binge on Netflix or something. Go out and have a good time. You reading all that Bible and you ain't nothing changed? Your bank account's still low? What chapters are you reading? Which ones? You still got a gift that you're not using and you're worried about what other people think. What text are you reading? Let's go to the next slide. You know what here's your 3 things. And I want you to, as we're talking and you're hearing stuff, write it down, text it. It doesn't matter what else we say. You get one point that's electrifying. Is Rory in the building? Rory, where are you? He's in the back. Rory, can you tell me what's the term though? There was a term you gave me for individual sales. BDLs or something, what was it? It was a term for individual sales. Was it like BDLs, Eric, you need to do? So what was the term for they buy one individual book? Single unit order. That was the focus? Single unit order, y'all. That changed the game for us. Why? Because we thinking, just like you thinking, let's go in Barnes & Noble, just cash out. Really, we were blessed because the books is gone, but it would have been better if you'd have bought one. And everybody, but why didn't you know? Because we didn't have the information. Does that make sense? It would have been better for you to leave it and let somebody else come get it that would have been 5 individual sales, and with the New York Times, that would have looked better because of the 5. But we did it, though. We did it. We took what we had, what I told you. I did the best I could with as an I'm not an air traffic controller. So I took like 82% of what he told me, and I told you, I did good for myself. That's why I was like, you gotta come today and tell them part 2. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Good, let's go to the next slide. Come on, I'm gonna give you direction today. You're gonna walk out of here, whatever you need financially, it's gonna happen. There's some people in here, there's some people in here who follow what we told them to do, and the Lord has blessed you. Please make some noise, be a witness. Good, all right, so I wanna show y'all real quick because a lot of you're not giving 120. That's the whole conference. So we're gonna go with the 3 points. I need you to get, but now when you get this point, I need you to go 120, y'all. I need you to find one thing, and I need you to focus on that one thing when you leave. Whatever you write down, whatever God shows you today, I need you to that one thing to take off. I was in the back room, I'm not playing. Roy, didn't we sit there? Roy, you sat there with me in the back room for 30 minutes, and at the end of these 30 minutes, I'm sure you could have done it in 2 if I would have been more organized, but you sat there in the back room with me, and we didn't even talk about this or discuss it, and you made me narrow all this stuff down to what? Your assessment to one thing. Did we finally get to it? So we started with what? Maybe we talked about podcasts, conferences, books, whatever, and then we finally got down to the assessment. He said, kill all that other stuff. The assessment answers everybody's problems. Kill all the other stuff. It's good, but the assessment, because if you do the speaking thing, everybody may not necessarily go. The podcast, everybody in the world, not necessarily. But what your people need is to go through that thing, get the coaching, go through it all the way right, because that's the thing that changed you. What's the thing you called it? The thing you say, the thing, you sell the thing that, how do you say it? You sell the thing that, yeah, you back home. Yeah, you got your money.
You are always powerfully positioned to serve the person you once were.
Hold on, we go one more time. They didn't hear. Oh, this is why you gotta get your seat. You see how quick he said it?
No matter who you are, when you look at your purpose and you look at how do I turn it into profit, it's realizing that you are most powerfully positioned to serve the person you once were.
We can go home now. I'm just saying, we can go home. So that's what I need you to do before you leave. You're gonna figure out the other 3 so you can get you right. And then once you get you right, some of y'all chasing money. Listen to me. I know I'm older than all y'all in this room. Listen to me. I've been in the game for a minute. I've seen these people online come and go. They was out when they first came out. Everybody was, I seen them come and go. I seen people that you look up to and that was online, they gone now. Why? Because they didn't build that foundation. They gone. And there's some new people that's killing the game, blowing up, and they gonna be gone too. How do I know they gonna be gone? I can tell by the way they take pictures they gonna be gone. I'm like, bro, you're supposed to be positioning you and selling you selling like you in GQ. I can actually see people who are eating success up, and it's a poison. I see people successful, and when they get on the gram, they ain't saying nothing about God and how God elevated. I'm like, yep, you won't be here long. Yep, you building your own little kingdom. That's about to come down quick. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? You've been, oh yeah, this is about you. You about self. You about to run out of fuel. You can't possibly go 30, 40 years on self. Self wasn't designed to go 30 years. For the wages of sin is death. Self always ends in death. We didn't start with prayer because we're unique and special. We didn't start praising God because we're unique and special. We did that because we know God's sitting up high, and God is like, listen to me very closely, son. You gonna win the Nobel Prize. You gonna get all of that. Why? Because I know when you get it, you gonna brag about me, so I'm gonna make sure you get it.
Come on.
Oh, y'all didn't hear what I just said. I don't know who made the decision for the New York Times bestseller. I don't know who in LA decided that. USA, I don't know who made that decision, but I know whoever made the decision, the night before, just like his wife told him, whatever you do, don't touch Jesus. Take your hands off of him. You let them kill him. Okay, let me teach. Let me teach. God is always going to have somebody in the room that's going to speak the right stuff. You think you got to work for it. You don't got to work for it. You just got to let him know, if you give it to me, I'm giving it straight back to you. And if you know he's going to give it straight back, he's going to give it to you. His wife woke up like, come here, sweetheart. You done lost your mind. You done let Caesar convince you to kill this man. I promise you, if you kill this man, that blood gonna be on us. Not in the church. It wasn't no church. When nobody listened to no gospel music, he was going through his regular day, and God and his angels spoke specifically to his wife. She said, "You're a grown man. I can't tell you what to do, but if it was me, I'm gonna tell you what the angels told me. Don't touch it." I'm telling you right now, I don't know who at the New York Times, but God got in somebody's ear. Because you can see the list. We like number 9 out of 10. We number 9. We number 9. Oh, they about to show you something. Look, we're number 9. So what does that mean? Somebody hit 1, somebody hit 2, somebody hit 3, somebody hit 4, somebody hit 5. We went on the list. And somebody was like, oh, have you considered Eric Thomas? I've seen this list that you have here. Seems like it's missing. Y'all doing fast. Y'all give me 10. I'm about to get the 10 real quick. There's a name missing. What's the name? Well, God showed me last night. We should consider Eric Thomas, the hip-hop preacher. The what? The hippity hop. If we put the hippity hop